My beloved children, when my son said, "Take up your cross and follow me," he was not offering mere words of comfort, nor was he issuing an easy invitation. He spoke of a profound truth, one that cuts through the distractions of this world and calls you into a life of purpose, sacrifice, and eternal significance. Have you wondered what these words truly mean? Let us journey together, for within them lies the key to understanding your calling in these modern times. The cross is not just a symbol of suffering or a burden to carry. It is a declaration of surrender, a pathway to transformation. When my son carried his cross, he bore the weight of the world's sin, not for his sake but for yours. In telling you to take up your cross, he invites you to join in this journey of love and redemption. It is not about enduring hardship for hardship's sake. It is about dying to the things that separate you from me and rising to a life filled with my presence and purpose. Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross daily and follow me. Do you hear the call? It is not a once-in-a-lifetime act but a daily choice to align your life with my will, to surrender your desires, and to trust in my plan. In modern times, the idea of taking up your cross may seem foreign, even daunting. The world teaches self-preservation, self-promotion, and the pursuit of comfort. But I call you to something higher. To take up your cross is to say no to the fleeting pleasures of this world and yes to the eternal joy found in me. It is to let go of the need for control, to relinquish the fear of loss, and to walk boldly in faith, knowing that I am with you every step of the way. Consider this. When you let go of what you think you need, you make room for what I know you need. As Jesus said, "For whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will find it." This is the paradox of the cross. It feels like loss, but it leads to the fullness of life. Taking up your cross also means embracing the mission I have set before you. It is not a call to passivity but to action, to live as my hands and feet in a world that desperately needs my light. When you forgive those who have wronged you, when you love your enemies, when you stand for truth in the face of opposition, you are carrying your cross. It may not be easy, but I have promised, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Why? Because you do not carry it alone. I walk with you, strengthening you, guiding you, and filling you with my peace. Yet, my child, taking up your cross is not only about sacrifice. It is about transformation. Through the cross, my son turned death into life, despair into hope, and brokenness into restoration. When you take up your cross, you open yourself to this same power. The challenges you face become opportunities for growth. The pain you endure becomes a testimony of my faithfulness. The sacrifices you make become seeds of eternal impact. If anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old has gone, the new is here. This is the promise of the cross. It does not end in death. It leads to resurrection. So, my beloved, let these words stir your heart. Taking up your cross is not a punishment. It is an invitation to live fully, to love deeply, and to walk closely with me. It is a daily declaration that you belong to me, that my purpose is greater than your fears, and that my love is stronger than any trial you face. The cross is not the end. It is the beginning of a life that reflects my glory and brings my kingdom to earth. Will you take it up? Will you trust me? Will you follow where I lead? The journey is not easy, but it is worth it. Let us walk together, for I am with you always. Yes, my beloved, let us go even deeper into the richness of these words. To take up your cross is to live in complete surrender, a surrender not born of weakness but of trust. It is to say, "Lord, not my will but yours be done." This surrender is not the forfeiting of joy but the embracing of true freedom. For as long as you cling to your own plans, your own strength, you will remain bound. But when you lay everything at my feet, you step into the fullness of my grace, the peace that surpasses all understanding, and the assurance that I am working all things together for your good. To take up your cross is also to live with eternity in mind. The world around you clamors for your attention, offering fleeting pleasures and shallow victories. But my Son taught you, do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moths and vermin destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven. When you carry your cross, you are living for something greater, my kingdom, my glory, and the eternal joy that I have prepared for you. Each sacrifice, each act of love, and each moment of faithfulness is a treasure that cannot be taken from you. There is also a call to perseverance within these words. My Son knew that the path of the cross would be one of suffering, rejection, and pain. Yet, he walked it with steadfast determination, for he saw the joy set before him. Have I not said, let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith? When you take up your cross, you are choosing to press on, even when the road is difficult, knowing that I am with you and that the reward is greater than the cost. But, my child, the cross is not a solitary journey. When you take up your cross, you join a family, a body of believers who walk this path together. You are called to bear one another's burdens, to encourage one another, and to strengthen one another in love. Have I not said, carry each other's burdens, and in this way, you will fulfill the law of Christ? In walking together, you reflect my heart, for I have created you to live in community, united by my Spirit and bound by my love. Furthermore, to carry your cross is to walk in my power. Do not think for a moment that I leave you to bear this weight alone. As Paul wrote, I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The life I now live in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. When you embrace the cross, you are embracing my presence within you. It is no longer your strength but my Spirit that empowers you to overcome, to endure, and to shine my light in the darkest places. There is also a deep joy hidden in this call, a joy that the world cannot understand. My Son told you, whoever does not take up their cross and follow me is not worthy of me. But he also said, I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. The cross, though heavy, brings a joy that is unshakable because it aligns your heart with mine. It reminds you that you are part of my redemptive plan, that your life has eternal significance, and that my love will never fail you. So, my beloved, as you carry your cross, know that every step you take brings you closer to me. Every act of faith, every moment of trust, every sacrifice made in love is a declaration that you are mine, and I am yours. Do not fear the weight, for my grace will sustain you. Do not shy away from the call, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Walk boldly, for the path of the cross leads not to despair but to life, to joy, and to the eternal glory I have prepared for you. Let us walk together, hand in hand, for I am with you always. Yes, my beloved, let us continue. The path of carrying your cross is not merely about bearing burdens but about the transformation it brings to your heart. Each step with the cross molds you into the image of my Son, who lived not for himself but for others. As Paul said, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests but each of you to the interests of the others. When you carry your cross, You are learning to live a life of sacrificial love, a life that reflects my heart for the world. This call also reminds you that true discipleship requires a cost. Have I not said, "Whoever does not hate father and mother, wife and children, brothers and sisters, yes, even their own life, cannot be my disciple"? This is not a call to neglect your relationships but to place me above all else. It is to recognize that following me is not about convenience or comfort but about a wholehearted commitment. The cross demands your allegiance, not in part but in whole, for I am the Lord of your life, and I desire to lead you into the fullness of my plans. Do not be deceived by the world's promises of ease and prosperity, for my son warned, "In this world you will have trouble. But take heart. I have overcome the world." The cross is a reminder that suffering is not meaningless. It is a tool I use to refine you, to draw you closer to me, and to reveal my power in your weakness. Like gold tested in the fire, your faith becomes stronger and purer when you endure with me. Moreover, the cross teaches you to release control. So often you strive to plan every detail of your life, to avoid pain and secure your future. Yet have I not said, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways"? To carry your cross is to surrender your plans to mine, to trust that I know the path better than you do. It is a daily decision to say, "Lord, I trust you with my life, my future, and my all." In that trust, you will find freedom, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. There is also a profound truth in the communal nature of the cross. My son did not carry his alone. Simon of Cyrene was called to bear it alongside him, a reflection of the body of Christ today. When you struggle under the weight of your own cross, remember that you are not alone. I have placed you in a family of faith, a community of believers who are called to bear one another's burdens. And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another. Through the love and support of others, you will find strength for the journey. To carry your cross is also to embrace my mission. You are not called to live for yourself but to shine my light in a dark world. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Every sacrifice you make, every step of faith, and every act of love is a testimony of my power and a beacon of hope for others. When you take up your cross, you become a vessel through which my kingdom advances. And, my child, never forget that the cross is the gateway to resurrection. It is not the end but the beginning. We are hard-pressed on every side but not crushed, perplexed but not in despair, persecuted but not abandoned, struck down but not destroyed. The cross you carry today will lead to the crown of glory I have prepared for you. Do not lose heart, for the trials you endure are producing in you an eternal weight of glory that far outweighs them all. So, my beloved, let each day be a renewal of your commitment to take up your cross. Know that in every trial, in every act of surrender, and in every step of faith, I am with you, shaping you, empowering you, and leading you into the life I have destined for you. Walk this path with courage, for it is the path of life, the path of love, and the path that brings you ever closer to me. Yes, my beloved, let us delve even deeper into the meaning and power of this calling. To take up your cross is also an act of trust, a profound declaration that you believe my ways are higher than yours, even when the path is unclear or painful. Have I not said, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight"? When you embrace the cross, you are surrendering your need to understand every step, choosing instead to walk by faith and not by sight. This trust is not blind. it is anchored in the knowledge of my faithfulness throughout the ages. Carrying your cross also requires humility. It is a recognition that you cannot do this alone, that my strength is your only true source of power. Have I not told you, God opposes the proud but shows favor to the humble? The cross humbles you, stripping away pride, self-sufficiency, and the illusion of control. It teaches you to depend wholly on me, for my power is made perfect in weakness. The weight of the cross reminds you that while you may be weak, I am strong, and through me you can do all things. Another facet of the cross is its power to sanctify. Each moment of surrender, each sacrifice you make, shapes you into the image of my Son. For those God foreknew, He also predestined to be conformed to the image of His Son. This journey is not about perfection but transformation. The cross you bear today is refining you, purifying your heart, and aligning your desires with mine. What once seemed impossible, loving your enemies, forgiving those who hurt you, living selflessly, becomes possible through the work of my Spirit within you. The cross is also a reminder of the cost of love. My Son bore His cross out of love for you, enduring the shame and suffering so that you might have life. In carrying your cross, you are called to reflect this same love to others. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every moment spent serving others is a reflection of the love that flows from my heart. When you take up your cross, you are choosing to love not only those who are easy to love but also those who challenge you, for this is the love I have shown you. There is also a deep hope woven into the cross. Though it represents sacrifice, it also points to the victory that is already won. My Son declared, "It is finished," not in defeat but in triumph. When you carry your cross, you are living in the reality of this victory, knowing that nothing can separate you from my love, not hardship, persecution, or even death. In all these things we are more than conquerors through Him who loved us. The cross is not a symbol of despair, it is a proclamation of hope. To carry your cross is to live with purpose. Each step you take, each burden you bear, is part of a greater story that I am writing. Have I not said, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do"? Your life, though it may seem ordinary at times, is woven into my eternal plan. Every trial, every moment of faithfulness, is used for my glory and for the good of my kingdom. And finally, the cross invites you to abide in me. This journey is not one you are meant to walk alone. Abide in me and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit by itself, unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. In carrying your cross, you are drawn into deeper communion with me, learning to rely on my presence and my power in every moment. It is in this abiding that you will find the strength, peace, and joy to persevere. So, my beloved, let this truth take root in your heart. The cross is not the end, but the means through which my love and glory are revealed in your life. Trust me, walk with me, and know that I am with you every step of the way. Together, we are accomplishing something far greater than you can imagine, something that will echo into eternity. And so, my beloved, as you walk this path of taking up your cross, remember that it is not a journey of despair but one of transformation, hope, and purpose. Every step you take brings you closer to the abundant life I have promised. Let my words guide you, my strength sustain you, and my love inspire you to keep moving forward. But this is only the beginning. There is so much more to uncover about living a life of faith and purpose. In the next video we will explore how to hear my voice amidst the noise of the world, a guide to discerning my will and walking confidently in my plans for you. Click to join me as we continue this journey together, for I am always leading you into deeper understanding and greater joy. Let us walk this path hand in hand, my child, for I am with you always,